Well, hello there, gorgeous.
Hello, darling, and how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Are you
And
ready
for
for
all and for all the party people listening with us, hello to you too. And thank you for joining us again for another thrilling, fun-filled episode. If you like what we're doing, click like, share, subscribe,
subscribe?
5 stars, all the things. Do all the things. We would
Yeah.
very much,
Yeah, leave us a
very,
comment even.
yeah, good, bad, or ugly. We want to
Oh,
hear it all.
we did get a review. Hold on. I'm gonna share this. Where is he?
Oh,
Um
awesome.
Now I have to find it. Okay. So this is from Zane. So when you're listening, he said about Mothman and butt plugs that
Oh.
he was embarrassed because he was laughing out loud while at the gym.
Okay, that Zane, thank you for that. That's awesome, and that is our goal. So, you guys be like Zane, pop in that Mothman and butt plugs episode
And laugh away.
and laugh away. Exactly. So, what do you have for us today, darling?
So I actually am going to redo one of my very first episodes. And
Eek.
this was a short episode, actually. It was 7 minutes long. So hopefully I can beat my time. This is about the Jersey Devil.
I think I dated the Jersey Devil. Um, yeah,
Was
she
was your Jersey Devil a Minuteman too?
I can't really claim that because I was the one in charge, of that
Oh.
relationship, so
Oh, well, I
I
was
will
the one in charge of
never.
my Jersey Devil situation too, and I was definitely a Minuteman. I didn't last long.
I got nothing. I tried so hard. I was looking for something to say, and I went blank, and I went red, so that never
You did it. I
happens.
embarrassed the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh, yes. Um, it's been so long, I don't even know if a minute or 2 would even I could survive.
Oh Lord. Time out, time out.
Neutral corners, neutral corners. Oh, all
Oh,
right, let's jump into this.
okay, so I actually do have a great true crime episode that I've been working on. But I decided since you, Stacy, were addicted to cryptids now, that I would give you a double whammy this week. Double penetration, y'all.
I my virgin ears, because that's about the only thing that is.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so the Jersey Devil. Well, there are many stories detailing the origins of the Jersey Devil. The first sightings were reported beginning in the 1700s and continuing until, well, recently. The Jersey Devil is a creature native to Pine Barrens of New Jersey. The sightings
Okay.
of Jersey Devil have been spread through Delaware and Pennsylvania. It's not just New Jersey.
Okay, this must definitely be an East Coast kind of thing because I don't know on this side of the world, I don't know of Jersey Devils at all.
Well, we're gonna get there. So this creature is deep rooted in the East Coast folklore and legends throughout this area. And it's not just popular to the weirdos out there, but it's also a sports team. And the Jersey Devil has been in multiple video games. So for the gamers out there, give us a like. According to popular folklore, the Jersey Devil originated with a Pine Barrens resident named Jane Leeds, who in the tale is known as Mother Leeds. The legend begins
Okay.
that Mother Leeds and Daddy Leeds are very, very active and they have 12 kids. So
Oh
after,
shit.
yeah.
This is the 1800s, right?
It's like the 1700s, so
Oh, okay. So no cable,
uh, they're bored.
no
They're bored.
internet. Yeah,
Right?
probably cold.
Yeah, I would imagine, yeah. No, like, just in front of that's kinda romantic in front of the fireplace. Huh.
Oh, with 12 kids?
That I mean, shit gets weird sometimes. I don't know what to tell you.
I guess you could just be like, hey, Billie Jean, go over there and stir the pot while Papa and I make, brother number 13.
Right, go outside and play. So so Mother Leeds finds out that she's pregnant with baby number 13. And
Oh,
apparently she cursed herself, declaring the child the devil. It's a stormy, kind of dreary night. The rain's pouring down, thunder, lightning, big old chaos scene with this big storm. 1735. And Jane gives birth. Apparently,
during a storm?
during the storm, 13th baby.
Okay.
The story goes that originally the child was born a normal child, but in front of everybody's eyes, it transformed into this hideous creature. It was growling and screaming, and it was strong, and it attacked people and then flew out the chimney and into the pines. Other ver-
Damn.
right? Strong Yeti. Other versions of the
I'm not
story.
very good. I'm not very good with babies. Sorry. I'm not very good with babies. My funnest baby story is one time when I was changing my nephew's diaper. He just kept moving and moving and moving, and I couldn't get it on him. And he would crawl off and he'd pee as he was crawling off. So that was that was traumatic to me. But if he'd have flown up the chimney and growled and hissed on his way out, I don't know. We'd be sitting here right now.
Probably not. Probably not. So, other versions of the story is that Mother Leeds was a witch and
Oh,
the
hello,
father,
sister.
Daniel Leeds, was the devil himself.
Aren't most men?
Yeah, yeah,
I've heard that. I've
yeah.
heard that.
I think so.
Sorry, guys. We love you. We do. We do love you, all of our male listeners. Um,
Still demons,
but
devils.
with
Yeah.
some of you are, yeah.
I agree. And there's even more versions of this legend that state that priest actually came out and tried to exorcise the land to rid this creature from the land. So that is the tale of where the Jersey Devil comes from.
Okay. I love a good origin story. So, yeah. Okay.
So a little bit of history that's actual history and not some folklore is that Benjamin Franklin was an almanac publisher, which
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea Benjamin Franklin did that until I was like reading this. Anyways, his almanac was titled Poor Richard's Almanac, and it came out every year.
Okay.
So good old Ben's arch nemesis is none other than Daniel Leeds.
No.
Daniel Leeds was the rival almanac publisher to Benjamin Franklin, right? And he was born in 1651 and he died in 1720. So, I mean, this was a long ass time ago. As far as I can tell, like linking things up, Daniel Leeds in this story that the almanac publisher Daniel Leeds is Jane Leeds' husband. So with this rivalry between Benjamin Franklin and Daniel Leeds, followers of Ben start to discredit the Leeds family by calling them monsters. And they actually published things referring to Daniel as the Leeds devil. And so historians think that this is where this story of the Jersey Devil actually originated from.
Okay.
And the
So
reason,
it sounds like old Mr. Franklin was not a good guy to begin with, because I know a little bit later on in history, he's the one that steals uh, Tesla's ideas about harnessing electricity.
right now,
So,
he thought he had big dick energy, and he did not.
not with that hairdo. No,
No.
no, not with that hairdo.
So the devil creature concept in this folklore actually comes from in 1728 Titan Leeds, which I tried to trace Titan. I think he's the son of Daniel and Jane, but I can't be certain. Like I couldn't really find who he is, but it's it's fair to say at 1728 that his dad died at 1720. He would have been born in the right time too.
Right.
Um so anyways, he
What a
starts
badass name.
when he took
Titan.
over, yeah, Titan. He took over producing the almanacs when his dad died. And he started publishing the family crest, which was a lion, bat-winged, dragon-like creature that stands up on two legs.
Hmm.
And he started putting that on the almanacs. So this supports historians' theory that this was their family crest, that the Leeds was just a disliked family, and that's where the Jersey Devil came from, because their crest looked like some sort of devil creature.
Okay. Um, yeah, for that time period, I mean, stupid shit like that would make sense. But nowadays, it's just, hey, that looks really cool and let's use it. But
Right.
yeah.
Right. Some more other bizarre history that I found involving the Jersey Devil was that Napoleon Bonaparte, well, his older brother, Joseph Bonaparte, also believed in the Jersey Devil. He owned land in Burdentown, New Jersey. I have no idea where that is. I didn't bother to look because I really didn't care. But it's supposedly by the Pine Barrens area. And basically, the claim is that Joseph was hunting the Jersey Devil. And he supposedly claimed that he was attacked by the Jersey Devil when he was hunting one day. So he had it out for the Jersey Devil, and he was looking for it and was trying to kill it. And therefore, the rest of his life after this supposedly this attack that happened to him happened in 1820.
Okay.
Um, so for the rest of his life, he was hunting this creature and trying to kill it, like I said. The Jersey Devil, other than this one encounter with Napoleon Bonaparte's brother, it's really only been blamed for killing livestock. People hear strange screams in the woods, but there's never been any like real concrete evidence that this creature exists. It's even less than Bigfoot. There's never been found footprints, feathers, hair, nothing of this creature. Um, so
So no
what?
police reports,
No, not
no.
is newspaper articles, and I'll include a couple of them later on. But no,
Okay.
not really any police reports. I did come across a park ranger that reported something, but it's not like the Mothman where there's like police reports and hundreds of stuff going on. This is just rumor mill stuff.
Okay.
So what do you picture the Jersey Devil looking like? I know I haven't explained him yet, but just from what are you picturing in your head from the story so far?
So, so I'm picturing probably something very similar to a wild pig, where he's got giant tusks that come out of his mouth. He's up on 2 feet, but up on those 2 feet, he's probably all of 4 feet tall, um, muscular, big old bat wings out the back, and maybe like, well, maybe horns, maybe not horns. Those teeth might be, um, but kind of like the hairless cats, where he's mostly skin, and then there's sporadic little wiry hairs all over.
Okay, so the descriptions of the Jersey Devil across the board are all pretty similar. The creature is described to being similar to a kangaroo in the way it stands. Has the head of a horse, the wings of a bat, the tail of a snake, and the talons befitting a dragon.
The fuck?
Right? I don't even know how
This
you
sounds
picture it. You know, I just picture a kangaroo with one of those plastic Halloween horse heads.
where this makes me think of like a kindergarten kid's picture.
Dr-
Hey, draw us what's under your bed. Oh, well, here we go. It's got a horse's head. It's got a snake's tail.
Right.
Wow.
So, this bizarre looking creature is its home is in New Jersey, but it's been spotted, like I said earlier, it's been spotted in Delaware and Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So most of, like I said earlier, most of the newspaper reports are from the early 1900s, and they all read very similar. Like this one says, mysterious tracks. New Jersey fields and yards are covered in imprints of two-legged something in Woodbury, New Jersey, which is actually close to where I was stationed in New Jersey. And
Okay.
then there's another one stating similar. Livestock has been slaughtered by unknown creature. Okay.
So this
So
is kind of like the reports of aliens
kind of.
that would show up and slaughter livestock. Okay.
hmm So the Jersey Devil has had recent sightings, and in 2021, Monsters Across the America had an episode on the Jersey Devil, where a man named Michael Orphy, and I may or may not be pronouncing that right, but we're just going to call him Michael, had this experience with the Jersey Devil. So Michael and his girlfriend are on some back roads in the Pine Barrens, and, they're having a little bit of fun. And the Jersey Devil decides to interrupt them. Apparently, in the midst of making out, um,
How many mushrooms were ingested before they started making out? That's what I'd like to know.
right? I have no idea. So during this makeout, a giant hand with sharp claws reach into the window, and they're reaching to grab the girlfriend. So in a panic, one of them rolls up the window. And I don't know what time this is, but I'm picturing one of the crank roll up windows, and I don't know why. But they're rolling up this window, okay? And
No, that makes sense.
they catch the creature's arm in the window and apparently cut the arm off in the window. And I don't know about you, but I've accidentally rolled, or somebody's rolled my hand up in a window, in an automatic roll window, and it hurt, and I yanked my hand out, but I didn't cut anything off. I didn't bleed, you know? And
Trying to
so,
picture what kind of fucked up window this is that they cranked it, crank, 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 and this thing's screaming outside and it cuts it off. What is he, a fucking starfish? Does he just grow it back?
I don't know. So, I mean, obviously, we're already punching holes in Michael's story right now. Sorry, Michael. If you want to come on this episode and tell us in real life, go ahead. Let me know. But
Oh yeah, absolutely.
apparently, they throw the car and drive and get ready to drive off, and the creature's now in front of them. The creature picks up its own arm, which somehow is now outside the vehicle, and uses it to shatter the windshield of the car. So, I have so many questions. Like, how the hell did your Hulk window cut off this creature's arm? And then why the hell would you roll the window down to throw the arm out? Why would you do that?
And how does he have the mindset to grab it and start beating the car? Why haven't you driven off?
Run it over. It's in front of you.
Do something. I'm sorry. I had this vision of a B movie, the really bad horror movies where you can tell it's plastic, you can tell it's not real. And this creature just going, I fight you. I fight you.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
That's
And
too
this creature's
much.
not very big. I mean, it probably stands only 3 or 4 foot tall. It's pretty small. So its arm's not that big, you know?
How the hell is he up? What kind of vehicle is this? Michael, please message us, email us, tell us what you were driving.
How did you sharpen your window to cut? That's what I want to
Yeah.
know.
He's
He has
zombie
razor blade
apocalypse.
windows.
This would be very, very, very.
Exactly. I mean, it could be a necessity in the future. Like, please inform me on how you did
I can
this
hear I can
so
hear
I
the
can be
commercials
prepared.
now. Hello. If you have been injured by a razor roll up window, you may be entitled to compensation.
Oh, Lord. So, anyways, in all reality, besides, you know, the Bonapartes and now Michael, the Jersey Devil only attacks livestock. There hasn't been any other sightings of it attacking humans.
Well, no,
Um,
he's got no
here's an
fucking
example
arm.
of
He can't take out after any
it.
humans. He's got no fucking arm.
That's true. It's funny because nobody ever says that this thing is now missing an arm. Like none of the sightings were like it was only one armed. Anyways, here's an example of the typical sightings that I found, and this one is from a park ranger. So let's see. In 1980, the Wharton State Forest Chief Ranger Alan McFarland reported that he stumbled upon a wild animal that he couldn't tell what kind of wild animal this was. Apparently, it was a brutal scene. It was in South Jersey, and an entire, I don't know what you call them, entire herd of pigs. Is it a herd?
Uh,
A group
fuck
of
if I
pigs?
know. I
Anyways, all the pigs had been killed. He reported that they looked like they had been attacked. Something has jumped on its back, and they were clawed up, and then like the back of their heads and necks and everything was bitten and eaten. So it ate them from the backside down. And the weird thing about it is it came from the sky. There was no tracks at all whatsoever. It fell from the sky and landed on the pigs' backs. And then it sucked all the blood out of them. There was no blood found in the pigs and no blood like on the ground.
hmm. Uh,
Right?
I've got this little meter in the back of my mind, and it just keeps screaming at me. It just keeps going, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
So there have been so many crazy sightings and so many theories on the Jersey Devil that there's even some rewards if you can catch this thing alive. There's a circus that's willing to pay $100,000 for a live Jersey Devil. And the Philadelphia Zoo said they would pay someone $10,000 if they could bring them a Jersey Devil,
This
dead
fucking
or
thing's
alive.
got wings and teeth, and it's eating pigs and sucking their blood out, and you're only gonna give me 10,000? Fuck you! No.
Uh, so, the Jersey Devil really reminds me of the Chupacabra. And Chupacabra translates to goat sucker. Have you heard of the Chupacabra?
I have. I'm sorry. Goat sucker.
Are you Goat sucker. That's what it translates to. Don't talk to me. You need to talk to
Oh,
Puerto Rico who named it.
wow. Yeah, actually, I've seen some really bad um South American horror movies where Chupi was the man.
Chupacabra. Yeah. So the chupacabra is primarily from Puerto Rico, but there's been sightings of it all over Mexico, New Mexico, and any of those really southern states. Arizona, Texas, all that kind of stuff. Southern, West Coast. This creature is described as a heavy creature that walks on four legs. It's reptilian like. It's got like scales or smooth skin. Some people even say it's like alien like. It has no hair. And it's roughly the size of a small bear. It's even said that its spine like protrudes from its neck and the base of its tail. Now, in the United States, this creature is described more as dog-like rather than bear-like. But if you've ever seen a bear without hair, they
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
what I
look
was
like a
gonna
dog.
say is all the descriptions I've heard of it is it looks like a dog, kind of like a medium-sized dog, but that it's hairy.
So I think maybe in the United States has hair. Um, I don't know. We'll have to look and see if we actually pull up a just better description of what the United States describes it as. But the big thing with the chupacabra is it kills livestock. And it doesn't bother anybody. It's very skittish. It doesn't bother humans. It just kills livestock and sucks their blood. And so that reminds me so much of that park ranger story. Makes me wonder, is chupacabra and the New Jersey Devil cousins?
Or are they the same and they just moved out to the West and developed a new identity for themselves, grew a little bit of hair?
Maybe off their wings. Maybe they tuck their wings up and that's what the spiny things protruding from the neck is.
That's it's actually terrifying to think about because now I'm thinking about this thing and yes, it only does go after livestock, but what's going to stop it from, taking down, old Bubba Jethro out alongside the road who's had a couple too many and hanging out with his pigs?
True. True. Very true. That poor sheep
Or,
herder.
well, the goat sucker.
All right, so are you ready to hear my
Yes,
encounter with the Jersey Devil?
absolutely.
Okay, so actually, there was a group of us. We were, I don't know, 6 people deep in this car. I know a bunch of us recorded. I cannot for the life of me find the video because that's like 4 phones ago. But I did have a guy that I was stationed with at the time. His name is Lone. Well, that's his last name. His name is Lone, and the last time I talked to him, he said he
Oh,
might have it downloaded. So, Lone, if you are listening, please
yes.
send me the video. So, we are on night shift. And part of, I'm in the military. So, part of our protocol is that we have to check the critical infrastructure. And that's like the power plant and the water thing and make sure nobody's tampering with them. We have to check it twice a night. So, stationed in New Jersey, it's nighttime. There's nobody around. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I went earlier in the day when we first got on and did the checks by myself. Okay. And we got to plan card games or something. Not doing what we were supposed to be doing. We were fucking around. And next thing you know, it's around 4 o'clock. And we're like, shit, oncoming is about to get here. We got to finish up and do what we were supposed to be doing all that long, right? So we all hop in to one unit And we're just going around doing all the checks. So we're dropping people off so they can go. And what you do is you go check the lock and make sure that it's all locked and secured up still, right? And so the water tower is up a hill. And you drive up this hill and it's just one dirt road surrounded by trees, and then the water tower's there. Now, earlier, I had done it by myself. I drove up there. I drove around it. There was nothing. Probably 8 hours before. And so we all go. The water tower's the last thing. So we're all in the unit. And there is a deer in the middle of the dirt road, right in the middle of the hill. And it is laying on its back, right in the middle of the road. And all 4 of its legs are starred out. Okay? So we're like, what in the hell is this about? And so we get out and we start looking at it and realize that it is cut or like ripped open. It wasn't a smooth, it was like a jagged, ripped opening from its mouth, like from its neck, all the way down to its asshole, just completely ripped open. All of its organs were around it in a circle. Okay. And I can't remember anymore what was missing, but I remember everybody being like, this specific organ is missing, but I can't remember what it is anymore. And so as we're standing here looking at this, I'd like, who is messing with us, you know? We hear growling in the woods next to us. And so we all turn, and you can see 2 sets of red eyes, about dog level, staring back at us. And so we all run back to the unit, and you can hear it chasing us and growling the entire time, but chasing us like through the trees. It never came out on the road, but there was 2 of them, and they chased it. You can hear them
Oh,
chasing us
shit.
back to the unit
There's 2 of them?
through the trees. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was 2 sets of eyes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So theories between, I think it was, I mean, the whole ritualistic deer thing, it seems sketchy, but I think it was just coincidence. And I think it was the Jersey Devil and like its mate. There was 2 of them, but some of the other guys that were there think it was like a satanic ritual. So that's debatable. Just because of the way it was like sprawled out and like its organs were kind of just, you know,
Yeah.
around it.
And you guys are armed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Friendly fire.
And I mean, honestly, some people were saying it was a hunter that was messing with us. It was hunting season, but hunters aren't. I mean, it's a very restricted area. So we knew where all the hunters were, if they even were allowed to come on base. We knew exactly where they were and everything. They had to be in contact with us. We knew where they were going to be hunting at, all this kind of stuff. Like we had to let them in and out. Like, you know, I was like, it'd be stupid for a hunter to mess with us because
Well,
then we
yeah.
wouldn't let them back. You know, this is prime hunting right here because the deer are all locked into the base, all safe because nobody's in there hunting. You know. And so I was like, I really doubt it was a hunter messing with us because it would be idiotic. And there was no hunters listed. We went back and looked after somebody had brought up the idea that it was a hunter messing with us. And we went back and looked on that day and no hunters were checked in
And
that
why
day,
would
period.
and
None at all.
and why would a hunter take all that time to find the deer and shoot the deer and tear the deer apart just to mess with you? That's
Yeah.
no, I don't buy that.
I don't buy it either. And it wasn't like a smooth cut. It wasn't like a knife. It wasn't even like a dull knife. It was like so jagged, you know, like pieces of skin and hair are stuck to the other side when you can see them ripped from one side. You know, it was so jagged. It wasn't like a
Right.
knife cut it at all.
Could you see teeth marks maybe?
So, I mean, it was so dark and I didn't get that close, but I know some of the guys like got really close to it and were recording
Mhm.
like it, you know. But we really were only standing there because we parked like Like we start to drive up the hill and we can see it. And so we reversed back down the hill and parked at the base of the hill. And then we walked up the hill. So by the time we get up there and see it, it's probably 10 or 15 seconds before we start hearing the growling. And we all heard it. We all turned around and because I was recording, I remember having my camera out and I'm recording this deer and recording all the organs and stuff placed around it. And we heard the growling, it was loud. I could, the last time I played it, the last time I looked at it years and years ago, the video, you can hear the growling in my video. And I spin really fast and I'm pointing at the trees and you can't see anything at first. And then you can see two eyes kind of bobbing. And then somebody else was like, there's another one over here. And so, I turned my phone over there, but I couldn't see anything. And then you can hear them walking through the woods, getting closer to us. So we all booked it and we all ran. And you could hear them
So they were
chasing us
running
down
you
the
off
hill.
from their meal, kind of like lions or hyenas or uh, other animals like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
I'd have shot something.
And it makes, I don't know, my theory with the organs is that they didn't want that. Because there was some things, I think it was the heart and the liver or something, something humans would eat. Was what was missing. And that was kind of why the theory of the hunters came about, because it was things that hunters might take. But at the same time too, I was like, if the animal has other good meat to eat, why would it eat intestines? It's not a
Right,
vulture,
right. And
you
you,
know, where it's pulling out the undesirable organs from the good meat, was my
and it's
theory.
not like they field dressed it right there and started, getting it to take it off. It was
Hmm.
just torn apart.
No, it was just laying down. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't hanging or anything. They didn't drain it of any blood or anything. And honestly, there really wasn't that much blood around it. It
Hmm.
wasn't like a pool of blood. I don't remember really seeing any blood around it, to be honest. I really hope somebody that I was stationed with hears this and can find that video, because there was 6 of us there and we were all
Yeah,
recording.
me too.
Somebody's got it. And I probably have it backed up on some random cloud account somewhere, and I'm going to find it in 10 years and be like, I found it, guys. But I can't find it. That was that was
Oh,
2015
damn.
probably. So
Yeah.
10 years ago. That was 10 years ago. So what are your thoughts on the Jersey Devil?
Um, I don't want to come right out and say I think the whole thing is bullshit, that it's just a whole bunch, especially because, like you said, you saw the eyes, you heard the growl. Um, but there,
I mean, that doesn't mean that it couldn't have been something else. It could have been
yeah.
coyote, pack of coyotes or something, because there's coyotes in New Jersey. You know,
See, that's what I'm thinking.
I just I just like the theory that it was something
Yeah, I
bizarre and
like that
weird.
theory. And it would be good. It's a good around the campfire story. It's a good, um, tell a new recruit or a new employee or somebody, to kind of scare them a little bit. But
Right.
yeah, I'm not as into believing into this one as I am as Mothman.
Yep, I agree. I agree. I feel like this one is very far fetched in comparison to Mothman, which to me is very believable. I really do believe that the Mothman, there's
Yeah,
something to that. This, on the other hand, I mean, it could be just a coyote with mange for all we know. That would, if a, yeah, if a coyote had mange on
rabies.
its tail, then it could seem snake-like, that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. And if something's rabid, it's gonna pull anything it gets its paws or mouth
right.
on. It's gonna tear it apart
So,
because it's rabid.
so that is the Jersey Devil.
Mm. Wow. Okay. Um, Well, Jersey Devil, if you are out there, get a hold of either Lifetime, MTV, get a hold of a streaming channel and get you a reality show. Come out and tell us what exactly you are, who found you. Um, I don't know, get you some cool tattoos and a spiked back hair and fist pump in the air like the other
Go to Jersey
Jersey
Shore.
people.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Um, I can't get behind this one. I can't do it. I can't get behind this one. Uh, yeah.
So, right.
There's just too many other
So,
possibilities.
Stacy, 1, New Jersey Devil, 0.
That's right. That's right. And you come on out this way to the west and we'll stick your ass in a bodysuit and throw you on a surfboard and then you'll be the
Right.
surfing devil. So everybody hit us up. And we're serious about this. Send us a message, send us an email, and tell us what you think. What do you think the Jersey Devil is? Um, do you have any stories about it? Any other history? We're all ears. We're all eyes. We really want to hear from you guys about this. But if you are a goat
Mm-hmm.
sucker, you keep that shit to
Yeah, we
yourself.
don't like those days.
Just letting you know.
Yeah.
We don't go for that. No, we have very few boundaries, but
Be honest.
that's definitely one of them. I I don't want to hear about that. So, Lau, thank you so much for bringing this one.
I
Definitely
know.
longer
I'm a
than
champ for right
7 minutes.
That's
So,
stamina.
uh, you are, you are. I'm impressed, a little jealous. Um, but
That is our
that's our
Jersey
Jersey
Devil.
Devil.
I'm talking. What?
You know what this story needs?
What?
I was just thinking. Do you know what this story needs?
I
Butt plugs.
don't know. I
Definitely
feel like
needs
the
butt
Mothman butt
plugs.
plug. You can't beat that.
Oh God. Okay. So I was telling my best friend BJ about the whole thing. And so she's like, what does my wife, what does Tina think about you guys talking about like butt plugs and stuff? I said, she doesn't know. She doesn't listen to this. And she goes, well, if she ever does, she's going to shut you down. I said, if she does, I'm going to shove one of those butt plugs in where the sun don't shine and take her off her game. And one of the warehouse people only heard the butt plug part, didn't hear nothing else, and went in and told my manager that we were talking about inappropriate things in the parking lot at work. And the cool thing is, though, is
Oh,
he
okay.
listens to our pod. And so he was like, no, I know what she's talking about. I heard the episode. Um, So I get a message on my tablet, hey, can you come see me? And I'm
Right.
like, God, what have I done
I feel
now?
like that.
Um,
Oh God, my
so I
supervisor.
walk in, always, always. It's like when your
Right. It's
mom
like, who told
calls
on
your
me?
full
That was
name.
our secret, guys.
It, yeah. So I walk in and he says, hey, great episode. Last episode was great. I said, okay. And he says, do you have a description of this butt plug? And I
I
lost
mean,
it. I
it's the
started dying
laser beam
laughing. I
eyes for
couldn't
me.
breathe because he was just yes, but he was so stone faced and it just yeah.
Uh, somebody. Somebody else who
Uh,
I can't even
well,
remember if this was you, then please remind me of who told me this. But somebody said your next episode should be Dracula and dildos.
yeah. Yes, please, whoever suggested this, hit Lavender back up because I want to put this theory into an episode. Let's talk about it, especially
Oh,
Vlad the
Vlad, good old
Impaler.
Vlad. He's a good story. We should do that one.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
him and
I didn't.
Bathory,
I've done an
both of
episode on
them,
her, but we can definitely do a new
is
one.
definitely. And we may have to make it uh, you know, NC-17 rating and uh,
Right.
show, pictures. So thank you guys for following along with our ramblings and our talking about things that go
Cool.
bump or
I
bump
like
you
that. That should be our
in the
slogan.
night.
Bump that will bump or
Things
bump
that
you in the night.
bump or bump you.
It goes on a shirt.
And with that, underwear. You know how you know how what is it like Victoria's Secret's underwear has like it says
Yeah, yeah, things that go bump
yeah,
have to be on the backside because that could be a fart.
I love a good fart joke. And with that, we're gonna scoot on out of here. Thank you guys.
Bye.